Hey, I'm back with another awesome unboxing video. Finally, after so long, I've got something new to show you. And this time we'll be looking at Wave 9 of Jakks Pacific's 4-inch Sonic the Hedgehog action figures. So in this wave we'll be looking at Espio the Chameleon and Eggrobo. The only two new figures in this wave, the other two are just Sonic and Tails reprints. These figures only just started showing up this week, and I'm lucky enough to have them right here before me because I called my Target, they had them, I put them on hold, and then they actually didn't put them on hold, and when I got there, they were just on the shelf, so thank God that I actually found them. But that's besides the point. So with no time to waste, let's get started! First up, we'll be taking a look at Eggrobo. And here is Eggrobo. Now, first impressions, this looks incredible. Oh man, the attention to detail on a lot of these figures just always blows me away. It's very much like Omega, obviously because of the robot, but the robots always look great. As you can see, he's got, you know, really nice paint details everywhere. You can see on the jetpacks here, nice little, even these little lines right here on the side of the arm. And then this printing is so clean. Look at that. As for articulation, yes, he does have elbow articulation. I mean, usually the robot characters do because they're just built like that. You can bend both arms. The hands also have a swivel. It's not a ball joint, I don't think. But yeah. As for his accessory, it is a blaster. Now, you can't have an Eggrobo without the iconic Eggrobo blaster, right? Maybe you can. But anyways, this looks very, very nice. I love the attention to detail. Like always, these things look perfect. And let's just put that in his hand. So as you can see, it fits pretty snug right there in his hand that's molded to hold it. And yeah, he looks really cool. It's a huge, huge accessory for him to hold, but that's, you know, that's how it is in the game. Now, it is pretty heavy, so sometimes it can lean forward. I think maybe if I kept the arm straight, it just does not hold up. But, you know, you bend it in an angle, kind of balance it. You know, it looks good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't notice. But look at the detail on the bottom of his feet. Like, I didn't even notice that when I opened this. That looks crazy. I mean, it's just a print. It's not molded or anything, but wow. Good job on Jakks. That is amazing to me. So he does have knee articulation, as you can see here, but it is pretty stiff and kind of hard to figure out at first, so like don't force it once you get this figure. I had to do it off camera because it took a little bit of a pull to get this thing to move, but it is really nice. Very, very nice that we have more pretty much fully articulated figures. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about this guy. I think my only complaint is I wish he had like a more silver paint sort of finish, because the bland gray is kind of you know, it doesn't look too high quality without that nice, you know, that nice robot metallic finish. But for the price it's pretty good. But with all that being said, let's move on to our next figure. And lastly, we'll be taking a look at Espio. And now our last figure for this review, Espio the Chameleon. Now, this is the first time I've ever had a figure of this character, because the only other one made, I believe, was by Jazzwares, as far as I know, and that one is pretty hard to come by for at least a fair price. So this guy is very much welcome to this line. So as for his articulation, it's very standard, you know, Sonic 4-inch figure. Articulation is head turns, arms go all the way around, you know, he has leg joints and knees. And his hands are on a ball joint, but they are inside like his cuffs here, so they're not really like the other ones. But then I turned him around, and as you can see, he has his little coily chameleon tail, but it is also articulated. Like, it is also on a ball joint, which I think is amazing. It's also a very soft plastic. Like, it's very, you can bend it, but I obviously don't want to roll it out or anything. But yeah, look at that. Full ball joint tail, probably because it's so fragile. I'm sure you can pop it out, but I am not gonna do that. But let's just take a look at that detail. As you can see, he's got his like his little wrist gauntlets, all very nice, fully painted. And then, as you probably saw earlier, his little back spines are nice with that that black coat on them. It's very, very clean. As well as his shoes, which are also very nice. There's like a shiny finish on the, I want to say tape. This gray part. I think it's like supposed to be tape. I'm not entirely sure. You know, his shoes are a very nice purple. The only complaint I have with the paint application is on his little, like, horn thing right here. As you can see, it doesn't look like it's painted all the way to his head. I don't know. From the front, he looks really good, so I can't complain. But yeah, this figure is pretty amazing. I'm very glad that they're still adding new characters and not slowing down the pace of new characters getting introduced, because they're covering a lot of ground for a lot of these modern characters. Like, there's very few left to have basically an entire modern set of these figures. Now, with all that, let's talk about his accessory. It is just a yellow checkpoint thing that's spring-loaded, so flick it back and forth. Not a new accessory. Would have rather preferred for him to get his little, I think he has like a dagger or something. But like, it even looks like it's supposed to fit in his hand. I know Jazzwares came with one, but I guess for Espio, they just wanted to give him a basic Sonic item. So, yeah. I guess that's all I really have to say about this guy. Just great articulation, you know. Love that ball joint tail. That's awesome. And amazing paint application on this guy. So yeah, and now it's time for some scaling size comparison things. So here is Eggrobo standing next to Espio, and as you can see, Eggrobo is a pretty big guy compared to the other Sonic cast. Here he is with Sonic. As you can see, he's still very much bigger, not by too much actually, it's pretty close. And here he is next to Dr. Eggman, who as you can see is still taller. Not by too much, but still, you know. And now here's Eggrobo with Metal Sonic. And now here's Eggrobo with Metal Sonic, Mecha Sonic, and Motopug. And finally, here's Eggrobo with Omega. Here we have Espio next to Sonic. Here's Espio next to Knuckles. And Espio next to Mighty, who is not actually a modern character and is actually in the 2.5-inch scale, but, you know, he's another Team Chaotix member. Well, I guess that's really all I gotta say about these guys. They're very well made and wonderful additions to this ever-growing Jakks Sonic line, because they just don't seem to stop with these things, and I'm all here for it. You know, with some things lacking on these guys, like quality control on Espio's horn there, or just longing to have a better paint finish on this guy, they're still both wonderful additions, and I'm very glad to have them in my collection. As for the future of the line, I think next we're getting Vector and Ray the Flying Squirrel, both in the 4-inch scale, which is pretty exciting. Can't wait to get one more member for Team Chaotix. All we'll need is Charmy B, and that can't come soon enough. So I'm pretty much almost up to date with this collection. I think all I'm missing is the 2.5-inch Classic Knuckles, and the classic Dr. Eggman in the 2.5 scale, so it's like a small version of the 4-inch figure we already have. Plus, there is also the Gold Series Metal Sonic, which is just this figure with a metallic finish, which I did order, that got cancelled after a month because they apparently didn't have any in stock after all that time. Which was a bummer, but I'm sure it'll come out eventually. Well, I guess it's time to end the video. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time!